I need to understand what is exploratory. That means, suppose I'll give one example. If I need to go somewhere or I don't know the place.
We will just try to ask the people on this particular aspects, and then we will try to go and try that. So the same way, when you went to a new place and then trying to do the exploration and understand this is good and this is bad, and then trying to adopt to that, the similar way, we don't know the application, so then we need to jump into the application area. First we need to understand that, so this is what the expected I mean, which is the best, I mean, what is the application functionality. Just randomly we will first get into the system and try to implement that or execute that, and then we'll see it. And here we will not have any test cases, or we know have not a documentation, or nothing will be there. So then this is called an exploratory testing. We don't know the application, we don't have the documentation, we don't have the test cases, but we need to test that particular application and give back the outcome of that. So at that point of time, we'll do the exploratory testing. And exploratory testing is not suggestible until unless we are pretty new and the situations demands us, means based upon the time and the resources, this might be falling for us, but we need to be so cautious on this. Next thing, in the meantime, Ceci has picked up another name called ad hoc testing. So now in ad hoc testing, what do you mean by ad hoc testing, Gayatri? Or what is the difference between an exploratory testing and then ad hoc testing? Because these both are a different type of testings. What do you mean by ad hoc testing? So here you need to just understand the meaning of that name.
In ad hoc testing, first we will learn the application, and then we will work what is the actual test process. We will then look upon.
So now ad hoc means suddenly or without have any plan. So ad hoc, I mean, I have some ad hoc plans. So it means I planned something and suddenly an unexpected thing came. So I need to jump for that. And then I went there. See now I have a 10:30 meeting. I have an ad hoc, a meeting has been extended for me so that I cancel the 10:30 and then I catch back at 11 o'clock. So if something comes and with an urgency, and we can't escape from that without having any proper plan, and testing that particular thing is called ad hoc testing. And in ad hoc testing also, we may not have the test cases, we may not have the documentation, and we may not have the designs also. So now for an example, I'll give you a practical scenario where it will come. So there is a production bug came. So suddenly means I'm making the payments, all the payments are getting dropped. So this is the highest priority bug. So immediately what we need to do, we need to fix that particular test cases, fix that particular thing. And then we need to test that and we need to release into the production. When we are trying to do that one, we will not even bother about whether the test cases is written or not, whether these things are there or not, because that's a production bug and we will be having an SLA, service level agreement. Means within this stipulated time, the application should up and run. So immediately need to fix it. So at that point of time, we don't bother about any other things, and you can't postpone, boss, I'll do this one later. No. Immediately on the spot, you need to fix this, and then you need to move to the production with a basic level of testing, and then make sure that everything is working fine, and then you should push it to the production. And then you can do later on, what is the root cause analysis for this one, why it came this one, and then what are the testings we need to further proceed on this. Is there any impacts on this one? So later on we will try to do it. So this is called ad hoc testing. And sometimes the ad hoc testing might be done after completion of your complete testing phases, but still ad hoc testing is also not at all suggestible in terms of our testing plans. So just means as it is means it suddenly came with some urgency and the priority with a proper, without having a proper planning. So when we do the testing, then this is called ad hoc testing. Exploratory testing is different. We don't know the application, we will try to explore. There is no urgency. But this is ad hoc, means there is urgency without having a proper plan and without no proper documentation, no proper test cases. So this is what the basic difference between an ad hoc testing and then exploratory testing. Cool. So
I have a doubt.
yes, Nazima.
Because we will be we have written already test cases like we have designed. So why it is called like no designing or something?
For an example, there is a bug which we don't have the test cases. For an example, when you are doing a payment, so now we will be having a payment positive test cases, we might be written it, and suddenly that means do you know, means we have the concept of test coverage, right? Do you think that all the test cases will be covered?
No, no.
Probably not. So now usually how the test cases will be written, so now in the bug life cycle, one particular bug came and we fix that bug and we will add that bug as a test case, you know, right? So that is what one of the phase in the bug life cycle. So now there is unexpected bug is here. So that respective test cases on when we executing a particular test case, we got a bug, but this particular bug will spawn like a test case also. So that is another new phase, like from a bug converting into a test case. So moving further, that test case will be added into the regression, and then that would be also checked. So we might miss few test cases. When we miss that particular test cases, we don't bother to write at that point of time. First you fix and then move to the live. Later on, we will check whether it can be used or not. So that is how we should handle it. Okay. Did you got the answer?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now what means we have discussed about ad hoc testing and then this one. Now what do you mean by compatibility testing, Sandhya? Sandhya, you there?
Hello, hello.
Yes.
It is compatibility testing is a part of non-functional testing.
Okay, what is compatibility testing?
Compatibility testing. Check whether your software is capable on running.
I think we have discussed about this one. Okay, for you teams, not. You guys didn't catch up yesterday at 8 o'clock and today morning 6 o'clock to discuss on this one?
Yesterday 8 o'clock we catched up. We discussed about regression testing, preset retesting, build verification, build exception, smoke testing, and scientist testing.
Okay. Tell me what you meant by regression testing, Sandhya.
A regression means an error that occurred due to some action or activities in a system. Means if you are doing something on a system, obviously some errors will occur. So that you call it as a regression. So in regression means return of a bug. Here the bug is again coming and coming. So means whenever you are rerunning the test cases, the bug is always coming. The rerunning of test cases, if new changes are made, then the bug will be erased. So in that cases, you are supposed to do the retesting.
Cool, fine. So Uday, you wanted to add any pointers over here?
No, bro. Actually, I did not listen this testing because of my network is smashed yesterday night. I have done on regression testing.
Okay, so Gayatri, you wanted to add pointers over here? Gayatri, have you gone through the regression testing? Okay, so Anjum, you wanted to add the pointers on this?
Yes, regression testing is the continuous testing. If the developer fix a bug and given a new build, tester will do regression testing by checking because the fixing bug is did not break the another system.
Okay. And is this the only scenario we will have it, Anjum?
New enhancements.
Okay. You can tell that one. See, Anjum, you are telling that, but you are not framing in framing the sentences. So any comfortable language also you can tell me. It's not only in English you need to explain me. I just wanted to know whether you understand the concept or not. So I wanted to see that when we do the regression testing. 1, 2 means 2. The 3 pointers you said right. One is this is a continuous testing. One is a bug life cycle. When we have the bug, the fixes is there. So we will be having that impacts. And the second thing is a new enhancement. The third thing is a new enhancements. But you need to properly frame that, and then you need to tell me or explain me, or you take an example and then explain me. So that is what we were expecting from this. Okay, so let's go for this one. So can you tell me what you meant by BVA, Shivashankari?
Hello.
Yeah, Shivashankari.
As per my understanding, it's like we have to set a so say for example we have to find a value greater than 100 means we have to set boundaries. So like less than 100 should be invalid. It's equal to 100 is a valid one, and after greater than 100 would be also a invalid. We have to set boundaries for the mid values and beginning values and the maximum, that the end value. This is how the boundary should be. So we have to set the boundary at each level: minimum level, mid level, and maximum level. This is what my understanding on boundary value analysis.
Okay, so no, Sasi and Ruma, you wanted to add any pointers on this one? Actually, the pointers which you have been given, absolutely right. There is no doubt in that one. I just wanted to give some more clarity around this one, so that all the people can get get clarified on these particular aspects. Okay, now 2 things we wanted to discuss on this. Hey, what happened? This mark pen is not working. Just give me 1 second, please. So now, if you see here, we are talking about this is called the testing techniques. Okay, guys, please bear with me with my writing. So these are the testing techniques. Now here we do have 2 things. One is ECP, and then one is BVA. So testing techniques means especially the techniques to write the test cases. I told you, right, writing a test cases is an art. So writing this particular test cases. So how I should write the ECP and the boundary values, or what are the scenarios we can do it? Now, for an example, I have a username. Okay, the username, it will say that it will take the characters of 6 to 40 and have password. You take any login page. For that, I'm saying that mandatory is 6 to 12. So we need to check this, right? So we shouldn't give more than this or less than this. So now we need to check. So if we wanted to check this one, so how many test cases I need to write? For 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like this 40 test cases, will you write it? And for 6 to 12 means you'll write 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You'll write this many test cases. Is this the right way of doing it? No. So for this one, what our guys has been suggested is try to use boundary value analysis. So what do you meant by boundary value analysis means? For an example, now this is 6, this is the minimum, and then this is the maximum. So now what they will ask us to do is write minimum 1 test case. Okay, so this is min minus 1, min plus 1. So 3 test cases we will be writing for this. And here max plus 1, max minus 1, and take one intermediate value. So you need to take these many, means for an example, to do any boundary value testing. See, now you might feel 6 to 12, I'm writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 test cases I have been written. So rather than that, I can test this all. No, for this one, we have to write many more. But as of now, so if you see here for 6 to 40, So there are approximately, you need to write 34 test cases. Is it really required 34 test cases? No, we will validate with the 7 test cases and make sure that the functionality is working fine. So you understand, right? So this is a minimum value minus 1, minimum value plus 1, and here maximum value minus 1 and plus 1. So this is vice versa. So this is how the boundary value analysis would be tested. So now wherever you do have this particular things, so then these things are really very useful. So this is one of our best technique to write when we have this particular boundary. So now if you see here, it was saying that boundary value analysis. So this is the boundary, and this for this particular boundary value, we are trying to do the analysis. So this is what the BVA. Next one, ECP. The people will be getting confused with this boundary value and then ECP. Now, for an example, as the room are taken, that's a right example for explanation of the ECP. So now I have 18 to 55, means there should be a major. Then till the senior citizens, they can take that particular tickets or railway reservation tickets or something else. Now I need to test this one. Will you write all 18? Means 18, 19, 20 to 55? That is not the right way. We can do the boundary value analysis, but ECP will also talks about ECP consists by default BVA also as part of it. I'll explain you about the ECP and then we will discuss about this one. So now this is what my bar chart. So here what I'll do is, first I will do the partition. So now as she said that this is P1 means partition 1, partition 2 and partition 3, and many people will do many partitions. It's up to us how we wanted to do it. So now what I'll try to do, I'll take 1 to 17, okay, and 18 to 55, and after 55, 56 to 100. Now this is partition 1 and this is partition 2 and this is partition 3. I have 3 partitions. Now, so when I have the 3 partitions, this is partition 1, 2, 3, right? Now here in this particular partition, so what I'll try to do is, so from this particular partition, I'll take a test case and then I'll be executing it. And from here, I'll take a test cases. I'll take the test cases and execute it. But how you will take the test cases? Now here also, once again, I'll take the boundary value analysis test cases. Now first, I'll take up this particular 17 and then I'll test this one. So here means in the equivalent class partition, once again, we are trying, means we made this particular section as a partitions. And once again, we will perform the boundary value analysis over here. So now here what I'll do, so 18, I'll test, and 18 minus 1, I'll test, which is 77, and 18 plus 1, 19, I'll test. And once again, I'll test 45 as an interim value and 55 here. That is what my max. I'll test for 55 and I'll test for 56 and I'll test for 54. And even the range of this particular 56 to 100, I'll test an interim value. And from this particular range, I'll take one particular value and I'll test it over here. So that is where means we should be clear that what is the basic hairline differences between the ECP and the boundary value analysis and how we need to do the partitions. So this is how the partitions you need to do it. And once you make the partition, you need to validate that particular partition test cases. So this is how the testing techniques will work on, and then it will help us to proceed further. So this is the basic differences between ECP and then BVA. Cool, got it? Any questions?
But here, Krish, in this scenario, there is a duplication of testing, right? See,
duplication
in the partition
of the testing.
Yeah, in the partition 1, we are testing 17 age group. Even partition 2 also again.
No, we will not do that. So that is what, when you say 18 minus 1, that is 17. So that boundary we will take it. So now this boundary we will take it and then we'll test it. And this boundary we will take it and we will test it.
Okay.
This is how we will be doing it. So now definitely it will not replicate, right? So 55, 56, anyways, the plus 1 is there in the 56. So we will not test that. So definitely it will be not tested over there. So by seeing this one itself, you can understand, right? So whether I need to test means plus 51 is 56. Already we know that. So that we will not write the test case at all. And most probably in many of the places, we will not use the ECP at all. So probably because this partition, doing the partition and doing the validation, we will not do it. But many of the places in anywhere in the real-time scenarios, we will use the BVA only. Why I explained the ECP and the BVA, because you should know the basic difference between them. So that's the differences I just try to explain you. Okay, so
there is 18 test cases.
I didn't got it. Can you ask the question again?
Here in 3 partitions, P1, P2, P3, there is 18 test cases.
Not required, Anjum. So what we need to do is, so if you see here, I'll be taking interim value in this 1 to 7. I'll take the interim value. And then see, if you write the test cases, it's up to you. Even few people in the few organizations, they will write for this value and this value. See, now this value itself, it is not working. Then what is the point of having this value? So that's the reason I never written the test cases for this. So when we have writing the test cases, I taken this limit value, this limit value, and this limit value, and this limit value, and intermediate value of here, and intermediate value of here. So this is what we will be considering. So now how many things it will come? So 3 plus 3, 6, 7. 7 test cases in this particular partition. And here I'll be having one intermediate value. And here I'll have the one intermediate value. I'll take nine test cases to write this. That's it. So the major, this is valid partition. This is invalid partition. And this is invalid partition. So in the invalid partition, I know that anyways, I covered the boundary values of this. So now I'll not test the least value there. I'll just take the intermediate value here, intermediate value in this section, and then I'll test it. So that's how we will write the 9 test cases to complete this boundary value analysis, not boundary value analysis, ECP. That's how we will write the cases. So is that clear, Anjum?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Guys, any other questions? So Monica, Uday, have you understood what is ECP, BVA, ad hoc? And then today we discussed exploratory testing, and these things we have done. Any questions on this? Okay. So guys, so tomorrow what we need to do? So can someone share the screen with that content? Anyone is sharing?
Yeah, no, I'm sharing.
Sure. Share it, please. Okay, so can you minimize the screen? Minimize this one, view. I think it was disabled for you. Scroll down, Anjum. So guys, still I seen that there is few gaps in understanding the different types of testing. So in this particular different types of testing, in this particular cell, you need to understand all different categories of this. Maintainability, portability, baseline, compliance. Yes, this is really important. If you don't know this one, see the basic things we have been covered. Build verification testing, regression testing, retesting, alpha testing, beta testing, static, dynamic, installation. I didn't talk about it, but till here we have discussed the compatibility testing, monkey testing, usability, end-to-end, exploratory, security testing, port testing. I didn't talk about it, but just you guys need to take about this, and then how you should do it is take these particular topics, and then just you form the group, and then start sharing the knowledge. So reliability testing, as per my understanding, this is what the reliability testing. Is there any other pointers on this? So what do you mean by? And if you didn't came to the common understanding, then you need to come back and ask me, we didn't understand this one. Can you please explain me on this? So that's how I'm expecting this one. So where you guys need to discuss and then get back to me on that. And so hope we have done means all the above sections we have been completed all these different categories. So means the SDLCs, STLCs, TCLCs, PCLCs. Now hope it is clear, because we have been given a good amount of time for learning those things and coming back. Now coming to the next levels, come to the next topics, Anjum. So different type of testings over. Next. Approaches we have already discussed, and then testing techniques we have been discussed. And what is that differences between? Expand that cell, Anjum. So I think Shivashankari, you need to explain all. I think I remember that you were talking about this. You need to explain about this one.
Okay, Chris.
Okay. So anyways, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Scroll down. Next. Yes, the most important thing is, so hope you guys has been written the test cases and then bug logging. So who have not done this till now? Everyone written the test cases?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so anyone not done, can you say that who didn't do the test cases and then bug logging?
Bro, I not done, bro.
Okay, so when can I expect this one, Uday?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
I will submit tomorrow.
Sure. Anyone else apart from Uday? All submitted the test cases? Actually, last Saturday we have conducted a session on this, and then
submitted only few, I guess, not all.
Guys, because if you don't know to write the test cases, you can't write any automation cases. So day in, day out, what is your life as a tester to write a test case, log a bug? If you don't understand that concept, we can't do anything. I don't know who attended on that Saturday, who are not attended on that. So it is really very, very important to know how to write the test cases and then how to log the bugs. If you miss that one, then definitely we can't do anything. So today I'll leave the people to go ahead and do from 20 to 20, means 19 to 22. So here the another topic which we wanted to cover is the severity and priority. So anyways, tomorrow in the discussion, we discuss on the line number 16, differences between error, bug, defect, failure. That we'll discuss tomorrow in the session. And I wanted to know the severity priority also tomorrow. So what is my expectation is, so you guys need to catch up again. So every day I shouldn't say this one. Please make sure that every day, at least 2 hours, 3 hours, you as a group, you need to means club and then try to learn about that. So try to complete the severity priority, differences between error, bug and this. And then complete means anyways, we have already done the test cases and then scenarios. So till 21, 22. So you guys need to be 21 and 22. So those things are to be completed by tomorrow. So that is what our expectation. And this week we will have the same level of assessment. And once again, I'm saying that in the assessment, I don't want it to have any Google answers. You guys need to write your own understandings, and you need to write now. Anyways, there is no chance, because you need to write the particular test cases and bug means if you don't, means if you have the doubts or anything, tomorrow is a time where you can get clarified. So on this Saturday, either we'll have a working group session or the same written exam where we'll be asking different type of testings. I don't want any Google definition. I want your own definitions with your own examples. So that is what the first thing. Different types of testing, I'll be talking about it. Next, I'll give you some scenarios where you need to write the test cases and then you need to log that particular, take some bugs, and then you need to log the bugs and then show it. So this, from this, what the conclusion you'll get it, understanding on the different types of testing, understanding on the test case preparation, understanding on the bug logging. And here we will be talking, means even the severity priority also, you will be adding to the test cases and then to the bugs. So these are the 4 things we will be seeing it on Saturday. Okay. So by tomorrow, we will be completing all 22, and scroll down. So till we do have 23 to 32. So let's see what are the things we will, 33 is not required, 32. So 10 topics will be there. Let's see how we will be doing that particular 10 topics parallelly. But still for sure by Monday, we will be starting with the Java. So this time we will not postpone this one. And you guys need to parallelly make sure that these topics also to be covered, like at least 1 to 2 hours on Java and 1 hour on manual testing for the first week. So in that particular phase, you complete the manual testing and then jump over to the automation. So by this, we completed 2 weeks, 1 day on manual testing, and then starting with the Java. So Monday morning, what we wanted to see is every laptop should be installed with basic Java, and then it should be ready for our sessions. So from Monday, I'll let you know what to do and what are the things we need to start it from the Java aspects. So I think from that point, everyone no one will have the chance, because everyone will have the topic. They need to implement and come back tomorrow and then show it. So that's how that sessions will be there. So we might be running very fast there. At least these are the theoretical topics, but they're definitely we will be implementing it and then proceeding it. So get ready for that. So in the meantime, make sure to close all the things by this week on this manual testing. Whatever the leftovers, we will parallelly engage that and then we will proceed further. Okay, so that's it from my end, guys. And then as I told you earlier, so we will be catching up at 10:30 moving further, and then we will see 10:30 to 11 or 11:30, that based upon our convenience we'll be taking care. And I'll see who are the other trainers. I just wanted to engage others also, rather than I'm getting bored for you people. I'll change the trainer too, so you will get other trainers also on this particular areas. Yes. Any other questions for me?
Sorry, Krish, I confused that written test you told that. Can you repeat that one? Which one again we need to do?
On the Saturday, I'll give you the different type of testings. So whatever the testings which we discuss, different types of testing we'll discuss. And then I'll give you a scenario and ask you to write the test cases, and the bugs means ask you to log the bugs, so that we will understand different types of test cases, different types of logging the bugs, and different type of testings, and severity priority assigning for that. So these all things we will do it for this particular Saturday. That is what we covered for this week, right? So the same thing, we'll have that assessment.
Okay.
When the vacation you will give, like?
Actually, I started my vacation, but still I don't wanted to miss you guys. That's where I was just taking the sessions.
Okay. No, like for us also some vacation will be there.
From 24th to January 4th, I'll not disturb. 10 days.
So you give some Java assignment, so we'll complete.
Don't worry. I'll engage you for 10 days.
Okay.
Or because what is the problem is, after Jan 4th, once again, I need to start from the manual testing, where it is not right. So that's the reason I'll give you an assessment. So you need to do that. And then you need to get back to me on when you come back on Jan 4th. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Any other questions?
One quick question. No?
Mm-hmm.
Difference between smoke testing and sanity testing. No?
Yes, we didn't discuss that yesterday. We will discuss that too. So I just waited. Today I wanted to ask that one, but as we run away for this one, I missed it. I'll explain you that one tomorrow, Anjum. Okay. Anyways, in our discussion, I'll talk about that.
Okay. Bug login template means?
Last Friday, didn't Pramod explain on this?
No, actually he saw our test cases and was verifying that one only. So they did not tell us about the bug logging actually.
See, bug logging, I'll ask Pina to share this one. What we need to do it over here is, we need to write a template, means steps to reproduce. What is a bug name? what is a bug description, and what are the steps it has to be reduced, in which environment I'll get it, which browser I got it, and which browser version I got it. Is there any screenshots are there? Is there any videos are there? So all those things we will be attaching into the Jira. So we do have the bug management tools. In that particular bug management tools, we will by default, we will have all this. But if it is not, few people will log it in the Excel. This is very old. Before 10-15 years, the people used to log it in Excel sheets. But now we do have all management tools are there. So probably I'll ask Pina to share Jira so that someone can take through, Ceci or Ruma, you can take some example, the bug management tool, test case management tool, and then show them how to log it in the bug management tool and then test case management tool.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jira, we can try that.
Yes, you can create a trial version and then you have that one, give it to the people and then show that to the people.
Yeah, sure.
But tomorrow you guys should show me that anyways you will be doing it for this Saturday assessment, but still you need to complete it by tomorrow. If you have any doubts or anything, let me know. But guys, unless you collaborated and shared the knowledge and learning, so within this half an hour, I can't cover all the topics. This is what from starting I'm saying it. Once again, I'm saying that you people need to collaborate, discuss together, and then understand get the common understanding. From there only you can proceed further. And once again, I'm saying that laptops, I don't have the laptop, I have the laptop issue or internet issue. I can't do anything on those particular aspects. And please don't tell me this one in the moving feature. You need to get all the internet ready and all the laptops ready, because once we started with Java, we will not have the breaks. We will run as quickly as possible. So please make sure that all things are ready and all the things are good to go with you. Okay. Fine, guys. That's it from my end. Huda, you stay, and remaining everyone can drop. If anyone have the doubt, they can stay back, or else others can drop. Have a great day. Bye.
Machi, IntelliJ కావాలా Eclipse
IntelliJ వద్దు Maulali. So we want only Eclipse.
Okay.
నేను సెటప్ చేసి నేను చెప్తాను. So I'll assign you the respective team. So they will set up all the things.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.